Alright, this is Civ 7. I'm looking at this, and I think I want to use this guy. And there's these things called mementos. Not entirely sure how all these work yet, but okay. Looks like I haven't unlocked all of them yet. I think I'm going to try these ones. So, this one is social policies, which are, if you've played Civ 6, that's basically what it's like. And this is scientific attribute, which is kind of like the social policies from Civ 5. Those are translated into attributes. So there's militaristic, which is like honor, economic, which is like commerce, diplomatic is probably patronage would be the closest, expansionist would be liberty, cultural, culture, scientific is rationalism, and that's something else. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next level unlock. Okay, that's right. This guy is... Yeah, there's a bit of a complicated thing because, you know, there's... Yeah, I played this guy on Egypt one time and I loved it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do moderate difficulty, game speed standard, continents plus, small, all of that, because I don't know. I think I can handle the second difficulty. Probably can't handle any of these ones yet, but we'll get there. Okay, we're just going to launch the game then. Hopefully this goes well. And I'll explain a little bit of stuff that I've figured out yet already. I'm not going to be like a full tutorial. Yeah. Let's see. Great person with one charge. So you get... It's like, it's weird, because you get your leader abilities, which are kind of like the Civ abilities in Civ 5. But you also get your... all of this stuff from your civilization. So if you've played Civ 6 and you can relate it to stuff like Greece, where they have two leaders for the same civilization. So they have the same, all of this stuff, unique units and ability and all that stuff for their unique civ. But their unique leader ability is different each time. That's kind of like this, except, you know, you're different leaders and different civilizations that aren't even related to each other. Okay. This man. What do we have here? We have incense, more incense, silk. That's a wreckage, which is kind of like a ruin. Flat plains. We're just going to found the settlement here. Choose production. You always start with the scout. Yep. Agriculture. Okay, choose technology. I think I like that one the most. Choose production. Let's get another scout. You want to get... Okay, so this is another thing. There's decisions for your ruins and for other things too. There's probably some equivalent to that in Civ 6. I just don't know what it is. But if you've played Civ Beyond Earth, which is not many people have, but if you have, then there's quests and decisions and that kind of stuff. This is kind of like that. So this is the decision. So you can either recruit an archer and lose 50 gold, or do this one, which is let them find their own way and get a bunch of science. As you can see, I don't have 50 gold, so I can't do this one. So I'm just going to do that instead. Okay, and this is one thing that they changed. So instead of, it says you grow the city, instead of improving with a worker like you would in some other games, like would in the other games, you get your tiles that you improve when you grow your city, and that's when they start working them. So it says improve here to get a fishing boat. That's what happens. And now that we do this, you see we start working this tile, and we get our borders expand in that direction. So now next time we can put the fishing boat here, and so on. Okay. Next turn. Command units. Let's go this way. We have found Mount Kilimanjaro. So this is a pretty good wonder. What is that? Is that clay? So right here would actually be a pretty good spot to settle. That's Oasis. These are all desert tiles, which are a bit unfortunate, but there's some grassland down here. And desert tiles aren't quite as problematic as they are in Civ 5. There's some wine over there. Wine is pretty good. Okay, so now we've discovered pottery. We can grow our city again. I think I want to grow here so I can get that incense. Yeah, so because this is now a clay pit, which now that we got the production from clay pits, it's pretty good. Library, saline. I think I want animal husbandry. Go over here. Okay, now that's wool. It's pretty good. So right there, maybe on the coast. What is this mountain? That's just a mountain. It doesn't do anything. Okay. I think I want one of these. Now this other scout, we're gonna go explore that direction. Okay. Yeah, right there would be a good city spot. So lots of coast. Gets that ivory. Gets that wool. It gets pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. And then maybe we'll. Okay, so this game's kind of weird with how you settle things. Was that flat tundra? How are there ivory in the tundra? Okay. Okay, I don't think I want to settle back up there then. So, ooh, this might be a better city spot then, because that's limestone. Some mangoes, more wool. Okay, so this is luxurious encampment. Okay, so let's do both of these then. want to do mysticism. I like oligarchy. It's just having the ability for bonus food is always really good. Still can't train one of those yet. I want another scout. So now this is these people. They are neutral, it looks like. No, they're friendly. So these are independent powers, which are kind of like your city states. Here's another one, and they can be friendly. They're like a cross between city states and barbarians. Want food or do I want science? I think I want food. Send this guy over here. You come over here. Okay, now we can grow the city. So we can pick up the incense, which I think I will. And then choose celebration. I want food. And this gives me more policies, but I don't have enough policies at all yet. So I can't. Every time you get a celebration, you get the chance to adopt a new policy. Okay. So it looks like there, maybe somewhere around here, somewhere down here, somewhere over there. Okay, so usually I like having 5 cities in this game. There's a chance you can, technically, you can found a bunch of them and it doesn't hurt you, but I'd rather play tall than wide in this game. But maybe that's not the strategy. I don't know yet. Choose production. Let's get the brickyard. So what I did right there is I put a this is a building, and you have to put it somewhere. It's kind of like the districts in Civ 6. So this is a brickyard. So this is now an industrial district, or urban district as it's called. And once it's done building, it's going to give me bonuses from the brickyard. Okay. So now this guy, I'm going to start bringing him back because I have a scout instead. Yeah, does not quite look like I'm gonna. There's a lot of mountains. Let's explore this place more. You. Where are you going? Yeah, watch over here. You. Let's get back over here. You. Explore this direction. Okay, we haven't met any other civilizations yet, which interesting. So that's limestone. This is all desert. Doesn't look like there's a ton of food here. Probably don't want to settle there. Okay, put this guy here. Okay. And now that we have 170, we can go to this one. This is called influence. And I'm going to chuck it into that city-state. So I can become the suzerain. Or the ally. There's a universe. Oh, that's a pretty good city spot, actually. On the other side of the mountains, though. It's going to take a while to get there. Who the heck is that? Met a new civilization. It's Benjamin Franklin. Let's do this. Normal greeting. Yep. Command units. You go here. I'm not sure I want to put a city spot there. I've met another civilization. Okay, we've met China, I believe this is. And we still don't want that. So he's over there. Okay, now I'm going to build temporary fortifications, which is kind of like building a fort improvement. But as a unit is attacked, it gets damaged. Yeah, this is way too close to America. I'm not going to put a... Well, he's America, but he's Greece. And he's China, but he's actually China. Right here looks like a really good city spot. Right there, that's 3. Yeah, I'm gonna put a city spot there. That's 4. And then probably something in this direction. Assuming that's not coast, there'll probably be a spot I can put a city. Fortifications complete. So because that warrior is now in a place where there's fortifications, he's just gonna chill out there. It's like he's on alert, basically. Okay, so now we do this, chuck that policy back in there. Narrative choice, train 3 warriors. I want that one instead. And we can want that one, so I can unlock that tile. Choose a civic. Let's do that one. Found a pantheon. So this is probably goddess of the harvest, probably. More food is usually the way to go. Let's go there for those tiles. There's nothing there. Come over here. You're almost done with that brickyard. Now once you're done with that, I think we can build a settler because we're over 5 population. I think 5 population is when you can build a settler. Just like how in Civ 5 you need to have at least 2 population. In this case it's 5. That guy is hostile, so I'm going to go around. Doesn't look like we can go around. Okay, I want that one. So that's a treaty. So I can either accept or support, and supporting costs the stuff influence, but it gives me better benefits, or usually better. Sometimes it's just different, but it's almost always better. Okay. So standard. This is. I don't know which leader that is, but that's Rome. Why is it? Okay. Is that a thing where Rome is supposed to be in blue? I've always thought that their color was red, but you know, maybe that's just because Civ 5 is ingrained into my mind. Okay. What are we looking at for time? 20 minutes. I think I'll play for another. I think I'll play until I get my first city down. Then I'll. I mean, yeah. Who the heck are these aggressive people? I want to find them. What is that? Coastal edifice? I think that's another type of ruin that I don't know how to explore yet. I've never seen that. I've played maybe 3 full game. No. Played 1 full game. I've done like this stage of the game like 3 or 4 times though. Okay, so this is our settler. Put him here. You get over there too. You. So now they're allied with us. So now these people are actually our allies. Not yet, actually. This is just. Okay, so 7 turns and we'll get Suzerain bonus. Okay, you, I want another settler. Maybe this will look around. There's a pretty good thing right here. That llamas. Yeah, I think. Yep, they're right here. Are these just. So we are going to need to befriend this city-state. Once we get once we get enough influence, we're going to befriend these guys. And you see, these guys are hostile, so they will attack us. So we're going to have to get out of there. See, this guy took a bunch of damage. Now he needs to leave. And you. Here, that's a wreckage. Okay. Sky, can you found the city this turn? You can. So now this is our next city. So this is a town at the moment. So see how it doesn't have a production. It's basically like a puppeted city in Civ 5. Yeah, because it doesn't do anything, but it just works a bunch of gold, and it will grow and have production is converted into gold, that kind of thing. So I can buy buildings and stuff with gold. So that's kind of like Venice, and Venice can buy things in puppeted cities. But also, if you look down here, it's convert to city. That'll make it like my capital, where I can actually, it's like annexing the city, but it takes money to do that. So it takes 600. I only have 268, but as it grows in population, it will get easier. Okay. I don't know what that means. And I can grow on this city. I want that tile. And then after that, I'm going to go Kilimanjaro tiles. But I want food first. Okay. Let's just hit next turn. Yeah. Should I wait till... Oh. Grr. I messed up. I messed that up. I should have gone for the ruin. Okay, you... Can you go across there? No, you cannot go across lakes yet. I like the way that they changed rivers in this game. I just like that better. Okay. Should I wait until I convert this into a city? Would that make it easier for you to understand? I think you're fine. I'll do a part 2 coming up pretty soon. And I've completely... You... Sent him back over there, so don't forget. You... Here. And I think I will save it right about now. I think we're getting close to time. Yep, that's about 25 minutes. Probably what... It's just been wrong the entire time. You see that better now? Sorry, I should have fixed this before I made this video. Yes, window was a bit... Okay. That's... terrible production quality, I know. Move that around, but now you should be able to see this better for the next recording. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.